hoping to help you figure out the difficult math problem that was in the OLS. It took me a couple of tries, so here we go. You were given this shape and told that this side was 9, this was 15, this was a 4, and you were 15 over here, and it asked you to find the surface area of the object. So the thing that you have to remember with surface area is that it's the area of all the sides. So you have one side here, but then you have to think about the other side as well. So that's 2 sides. And then you've got one side here, which is 3. You have if you were looking at this object from a different view, you would have this side right here, which would be 4. 5 is right here. 6 is here on this side. 7 is down here, and then 8 is over here. So you actually have 8 different sides that you have to think about and figure out the area for, okay? So that's probably where the mistake was, is that you weren't counting all of the sides up. You might have just been counting the ones that you can see, but you have to imagine and think about the ones that you can't see. I don't know what just happened to the video. I got all crazy like that. There we go. Okay. So, if that's the case... oh my goodness. Okay. So, if that is the case, then we want to... Oh, I see what happened. Okay. If that is the case, then we just simply need to go through and find the area for each of these 8 sides, okay? So, what I did in order to find out the lengths of these particular parts, you have to, again, use your imagination. So, I took and drew a fake line here in order to figure out what the surface area of this very first side was. Okay, so if this whole thing, and I think it told you that this was a 9 as well. Am I right about that? The original problem had this side as a 9 as well. So if I draw a fake line here, then I know the surface area of an object, or the area of an object, is the length times the width. So 9 times 9 is going to give you a surface area of 81 for this particular portion of the object. Now, if I know that this is 9, then this also has to be 9 down here. And if the whole thing is 15, then this right here has to be 6. And I know that if this side is 15, then this also is a 15. So now, if I take 6 times 15, I can also figure out the surface area of this portion. So 6 times 15 is 90. And now I just simply need to add these two together, and I get 171 for that first side. Okay? So 81 plus 90 is 171. So that would be the first area for the first side. 81. I'm just making sure that I'm telling you the right things. Okay, 171. So if that's the first surface area of this side, then I also have to figure out the surface area of the other side, which should be the same because they match. So side 2 is going to be 171 as well. Now, I like to go work my way from bottom all the way around, okay? So that way I'm not missing any of the sides. So I'm going to call this bottom part side 3. And I know that the surface area of the bottom part is a 15 times 4 because I have the length times the width. You have to imagine that you're looking at the shape from the bottom and you want to find the surface area of the bottom of that shape. So 15 times 4 is 60. So I get 60 for side 3. Now this is side 4, and it's also 15 times 4. So I'm going to add 60 for side 4. Now this portion right here Well, I know that this is a 4 because this is a 4. So I have a 4 here. And then down here, I figured out that this was the length of 6. So I can put my 6 here. So the length times the width of this particular portion of the object is 6 times 4, which is 24. Now, if I know that this is 4, then I also know that this is 4, right? And because I know that this whole side is 15, this has to be 15. And I know that this portion here is a 9, which makes this side here, if you're imagining looking at this from the face, this side here would be a 6. So again, I have to add another 24. 4 times 6 is 24. Now I'm at my 7th side. I know that this is a 9, right? And that this, if this here is a 4, there's an imaginary line over here that is also a 4, which makes this side a 4. So the surface area for side 7 is going to be 4 times 9, which is 36. And then down here again, I imagine we're looking at the object, right, from this way. I have another side that looks similar to this but is shorter, and that's a 9 here on this side and a 4 here. So again, another 36 for the 8th side. Now I've added up the surface area of all the sides. If you were just doing 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're not going to come up with the right answer. You have to consider that this is a 3D object and that you've got surfaces on the back and on these sides here. So you have to add in 4 more. So once you add up all these numbers together, 171 plus 171 plus 60, 60, you get 582. And I don't know what the units were. Something squared would be the total surface area, which I believe was the right answer. So hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Thank you.